Hi guys, it's been raining nonstop for like 3 days, so I have not been in the garden lately. So we're going to do something inside. I'm actually going to be working in my garden journal, planning my plots for this year. Specifically, I'm trying out the Three Sisters garden method. Only we're adding a fourth sister for my plots, so I'm excited to try that out this year. So, the Three Sisters Garden is a method that the Native Americans used to use. This isn't exactly how they do it, this is just how I'm planning mine. So, I'm just pulling inspiration from that. But the basic idea is that you have corn, some kind of climbing bean, and a squash. And the squash plant will shade the roots of the corn, and the beans will use the corn stalks to climb. So it's kind of a space saver. I really like the idea of it, so I'm trying it out in my own way this year. So this little circle is my planogram, and the green dots represent the squash, which is going to be zucchini for this plot. The yellow dots represent corn. The purple dots represent Chinese noodle beans. They're like a red yard-long bean. And then the orange spots is one that I'm adding. Those are going to be either marigolds or some type of flower, possibly zinnia, but I'm thinking marigolds right now. So off to the left, I'm just having some fun and painting some corn, some red noodle bean plants, a zucchini, and the marigold, just to kill some time and be a little bit creative. And in that blank space up at the top left, I'll take notes there, or I don't know. We'll see what happens with it later on. I'm not going to touch it today. And then down at the bottom, I'll leave a space for notes to see how it went at the end of the season. So in this notebook, I do a lot of different things. I take notes throughout the year on how things did. I will glue in seed packets. I'll flip through it here in a little bit so you can kind of see what I've done. But I like to reference back to this to see how things did in the previous year. It's just a nice way to keep a record of how your garden did and what you can grow next year, or if you need to grow something or start something sooner or later. It just helps me to get through the year and know what I need to do. I'm just a big fan of taking notes and referencing back to them. So if you want to try your own garden journal, I'll make sure to post a link in the description where you can find all of the supplies that I used for mine. Alrighty, sorry my table's a mess, but I've been seed starting on this table and doing all kinds of stuff. But these are the seeds that I'm going to be using for the, I guess, Four Sisters garden. And I may mix these up, but so far I've got them divided into columns on how I want to plant them together. But I may change these. All of them are going to have the giant yellow marigolds mixed in. But up at the top for the beans, I'm growing a lot of beans, but these are just the three that I'm going to be using for the Three Sisters method. And I've got the yard-long beans, which I grow every year. Scarlet runner beans also grow every year. And then the red noodle beans, which I also grow every year. And then below that, I've got a few varieties of corn that I haven't tried, or a couple actually, just a couple. The double red sweet corn, which has a purple husk. Just a regular sweet yellow corn, and then this japonica striped corn that has really pretty leaves. And yes, I picked that one just because I thought they were going to be pretty. And then for squash, we have some white scallop squash, which is great. I love this hybrid, the 49er hybrid squash. It's like a zucchini. And then the ball zucchini that I always grow every year. And then, of course, the marigolds. So I'll probably change this pairing a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. I almost went for all of the reds together, so the red noodle beans and the red corn together, which is really actually a purple color. But I decided that it might be hard to find if I did that. So this is what I've got so far. So this is my little notebook, and I do quite a bit of things in here. I take notes on stuff that I've grown. I put to-do lists in here. You guys saw me watercoloring a few things in here too. But I just like to take notes of everything that I've tried during the year in case I want to try them again, like my favorite things, and then maybe things that didn't do so well for me, so that I can remember not to grow that again. I did a little sketch of my pond, just a little happy sketch. And then I've got some notes in here on our house. I kind of sketched out the front of the house and what the plans are. I've got the paint chip colors for the outside. This is some plans for our kitchen island that I was just writing out, and then some more paint chips. But it's just a nice way to keep track of everything. There's the Three Sisters garden. So yeah, that's just a little peek into my notebook. I kind of carry it with me when I go to the store, or I need to get supplies for the house. I'll carry it with me so I can remember like dimensions and things like that. And then I keep my garden notes in here. And there's also recipes in here as well. So I will jot down some quick recipes sometimes too. So yeah, that's it. This is what 3 days of non-stop rain looks like. It was literally raining hard for 3 days. Look at the garden. Oh my goodness. Hope everything's okay. Looks like most of the water is actually just settling in the walkways. Holy moly. Jeez Louise. Oh no, the poor Pak Choi is totally flooded. Look at this. What a bummer. I hope it goes down quick. Oh man. It was like torrential downpour. Wow. I hope you don't get... We're supposed to get another 3 days of rain next week. Jeez, look at that. Well, the hay stayed in place for the most part. I see a ton of sprouts coming up. Look at that. Those weren't up the other day. So they came up in the rain anyway. There's a bunch. Holy moly. Look at the pond. Oh my gosh. The pond is so full. Wow. This is crazy. This might be the fullest I've ever seen it. Even filled up the other little pond over here. I guess I'm gonna have to make this walkway taller. Jeez. And it's not done. I think it's still gonna rain some more today. Look at that. It's even overflowing over there into the next yard. Great. Well, the fish have more room now to swim around. Holy moly. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.